The only club we keep saying that has put Nigeria's name on the map on the continent has to be no other team than Enyimba, who are now strugglers in the NPFL.
Well, rightly said. You've just summarized everything we need to know about the Nigerian Premier Football League, because it's a shame that I will start with Ikorodu City, because you initially mentioned Ikorodu City being one of the teams that would actually represent us on the continent. Yes, they're on top of the table right now, joint top with Rivers United, even though they've played 3 more games than Rivers United, or 4 more games than Rivers United. But I am not really optimistic about, because I used to be this man who, many years ago, I was really optimistic about shipping out private-owned clubs to represent us on the continent. I don't think I share that optimism anymore. I don't think I share that opinion anymore, because we've produced, if not, if you have to track back to the days of MFMFC, when they finished second at Bayelsa United, they represented on the continent, home and away, they were beaten. I think it was even the Canalos, they were whitewashed. And then I think when Ifeanyi also won the FA Cup, they also represented us, and the same thing, they came back. And then recently we've had Remo Stars, they've gone back to back right now. The same thing, they've not even been able to get into the group stages. So if you are just looking at private-owned clubs going to the continent, I think it's just same of the same, because I don't think we can get it any better than Remo Stars in terms of what the club can do, how they scouted for their players, how they have navigated, the kind of the coach they already have, the facilities they actually play in, the fans, the everything just worked well for Remo Stars. And of course, you are looking at a well-structured football club. So if that kind of a club cannot even represent us on the continent, I don't think we can get it any better than Remo Stars. And I'm sorry, I don't think I am really optimistic about Ikorodu City as a private-owned club representing us on the continent. Having said that, back to the league, I think for Remo, I just even got off the phone like about 20 minutes ago with one of the top guys right there at Remo Stars, because I've been trying to get in contact with the coach, but it's been like, okay, he was going to call me back and all of that. So I just decided to talk to somebody, because I needed to know what exactly is wrong. It looks like something is fundamentally wrong with Remo Stars. I can't just imagine a team who won the league last season battling relegation at this point in time. And as we speak right now, even those at the top right now, the kind of response we are getting from the outside, it looks like they are already condemned to even play in the NNL next season, because I keep hearing things like NNL 27. What does that tell you? It means that they are not even confident. And they had a lot of background issues. Of course, you know the fact that the coach has not even resumed as of this morning. He's still even having to do all of the talks with the CEO, the management and all of that. So there are a lot of things going wrong with Remo Stars at this point in time. Again, the way forward for the league, like we've always been mentioning, is the fact that we need to run a league as though we are running a business where you want to make profit, a business where you know that you have something to get from it. But at this point in time, it just looks like most of this league have just run for CSR, just do it so we can use that for publicity, and of course get votes on next election, and then we keep going around the circle. At the beginning of the league this season, we had this conversation about what the way forward. But we are talking about it at this point in time because Rivers United have scratched out of the continent. They are back again, contending for the league, hoping to win the league again. They will return back to the same conversation at the end of the season, and they start all over. We're just going around the same circle, just rotating, and it's not even ideal. If we have no business running the league, I think we should just close shop and know that we have no business, because this what we are running is not even a league. It is not a league. Look at what happened over the weekend. We had 3 different match venues where we had poor officiating. Apart from that, we had violence in one of the venues. Even though I'm hearing that we had another one that's not been confirmed right now, but we saw one confirmed. Violence happening week in, week out. Poor officiating, terrible officiating. Just last week, we had a club pull out of the league and came back in 24 hours. Right? This is happening in the same league.
Right.
And then you see all of these things, and then these are signs that we are not even running a league in Nigeria. It is not even the fact that our administrators do not know. I do say it every time. If you talk about these administrators, they travel, they see things. I've mentioned on this show that I have been in a stadium in England with an administrator and one of the clubs in Nigeria. We saw the football together. They know, but it's just that the circumstances surrounding them in the country will not even make them, It's a shame, honestly. We are not running the league at all. We are not. It is quite
sad. Well, I hear that Feromi is back. Now, Feromi, we've tried the Chan, which is more like an all-star of home-based players who play in the leagues. It didn't work. We've tried Enyimba. We've tried Rivers United. We've tried Bayelsa. We've tried Remo Stars. What else should we try? I mean, like Pius has rightly mentioned, we go out there and we see the proper things, how things are done. What else should we try? Should we cut the league to maybe 10 serious teams who are ready to compete, pumping money into the league, and see where we'll go from there?
I think that probably I was having back and forth probably because of the network. Okay, because what I actually want to say, I think I share the same sentiment with Courage. Number one, I wanted to say that we have to reach out to the God of soccer, Ezemo, because right now it looks as if everything that we know is not working in this country. But the major problem we have is that we are not sincere. The leadership of the Nigerian league, the club administrators, many of them are not sincere. Honestly, it doesn't take donkey years to create anything. It's just sincerity. Do you want to do this or not? Yes or no. That's all. So when that sincerity is not there, the willpower to make a change will not be available. We are not sincere with ourselves, because if you look at it, when we ask ourselves that we are recycling, we bring in private clubs. Ask yourselves, who are the players that are going to play in these clubs? It's the same players that have been trained poorly, that had very, very wrong mindset from their different sojourning in different clubs. They're still coming back to play in private club, run it down, go to another government club, play there, go back to another private club. So it looks as if we just think that we are not looking at the root causes of our problems. The root cause is the issue now. If we can solve the root cause, many of these things we need to get it right. Firstly, how many clubs even have a proper academy? How many clubs have a proper structure? How many clubs have a proper campground? How many clubs have what they call, okay, this is their training facilities? Let us start from there. Because sometimes when we say, well, this are not doing well, this are not doing that. I remember the last time when the CAF competition just stopped now. Orlando Pirates against RS Bakeni. And I was speaking with a guy from Orlando Pirates, I think the media officer, and I was like, oh, you guys did well. And he's like, oh, we had to use a charter plane, we're coming down to play in Nigeria, and we'll do this. And he was like, oh, that this pitch is not really standard as what they wanted, compared to where they're coming from, that their training facility is this. And I went to go and check them out, including RS Bakeni. And I saw that if as at that time, the president of Akwa United wants to play, we cannot stand a chance against them. Because these guys have everything. Chris already said it. These guys are treating football as a business. Football is not an emotional thing. It is not pick one, pick two. It is not a game of cards. It's a serious business. And these people really need to know that emotions of fans are also embedded in this business. Because if we are being sincere, how will you tell me? I've met with the player before and they said, you guys should know we are trying. You guys are not trying. You guys are playing nonsense.
All right.
That's the truth. If you guys are really, really trying, you will put your energy. How you tell me that you were playing at home and you consider 4 goals when you are not looting town? Are you looting town? Are you Coventry? Are you Blackburn Rovers? What kind of nonsense is that? It's not as if you are Abeokuta Stormers or you are Nilayo FC, the font Nilayo, or you are Ikorodu United. You're not. It doesn't even make sense. You say you're playing the Champions League. You're just playing like you're thinking it's just that play. It's just enough. To look at the league. It's about the F country. I was on the show last week. I was on the show and I was telling them that okay, Khalifa has always been throwing the signs that they are not going to play in the league. And these guys throw the card that they are not interested. And they don't, just imagine somebody throwing tantrums. You just throw it and you believe that okay, people are going to support your claim tantrums. And you guys, and they came back and it looks as if we are paying. Wolves are having a very bad season. They did not tell the EPL that, oh, we are sorry, we cannot play again. It shows that these people know what that is.
All right.
Imagine, because you're at the bottom of the table, you say you could not go for a game. Who does that? No, who does that? It's something that the calendar was changed. You guys knew that you are going to play on Saturday. He just looked like a student that is meant to go and write exam, and he just spoke as a teacher, I'm not interested in writing the exam. This exam was not planned that morning. That exam had been for days. You had the timetable. You had
I know that if these conversations like this will definitely go on, and because there are different angles that we will look at, and I'm sure we would have another day where we would really analyze the Nigeria Premier Football League, and I hope we do not leave that conversation in tears. So because of time, I'll say thank you very much, Feromi, and of course, Pius, for joining the show today. Always a packed full analysis when I have you guys joining the show to give us more analysis on the NPFL. Thank you guys for joining. And Pius, please smile. Nobody else do NPFL. Thank you for joining.
I go smile the day we keep getting it, because like Feromi, like you mentioned, a lot of us we don't invest a lot for this league. Like you can't imagine apart from the emotional angle, a lot of us plenty for this league, and it's very, very worrisome seeing your investment go down the drain just before your very eyes, and then you are like, and then you are helpless because there is little or nothing you can do. What will I be doing covering another? What will I be doing covering another man's league when I have my? It's very shameful, honestly. It's very, very shameful.
I totally agree with you. Well, we would have more time to talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League. I say thank you again for joining.